Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for rejoining me today. Recently, I made a video with some sweet map tricks that I've seen professional Overwatch players use, but I rarely saw normal players use them in my own ranked games. I've actually made it to rank 65 now, but I still have lots to learn. Speaking of which, I've learned a bunch of more tricks that I want to share with you today that I rarely see people use. Some of these are outrageous, guys. Get ready. Okay, so today I'm on Bastion on Temple of Anubis. Last time I showed some great sneaky spots that you can do right here on any character. And the reason that I'm on Bastion is just to really emphasize that you can do this on any fucking character, man. You don't need to have a movement ability. Alright, so I showed another great load of spots, like this pad here to get on this wall. You got some great coverage. Here's another pad that you can do the exact same thing on. You can really get around this map really well because of these amazing little jutting corners on the sandstone blocks that I love so much. But here's one that I did not mention last time. Should 100% mentioned it, but now I know about it a lot more. It's this little cheeky spot here. Now, why I say this thing right here is because you can destroy these, so you don't want to rely on them. Here we go. Look at that. You're on a wall. Now you have some great coverage. If you don't want to go all the way up, you got like cover here. You got this sort of watch point here. But you can go one step further and get on top of this thing right here. And on any character, you can make this jump and get on top of here. Now, if you want to do this defensively, you know, you can come around here, do this, get ready, get in a good spot. It's cheeky. You don't have to do it on Bastion. You can do it on anyone, even Roadhog, mate. Which is great. But you can also do exactly what I just did, but for an attack reason. So you've got cover from the point here, right? They don't even see you here, right? And you can watch them coming out of spawn if you want to be cheeky. I don't think you're going to be able to get here on attack as Bastion in a normal rank game, but whatever. Or you can just come around and cover the entire site. Maybe you're Reaper and you want to teleport up here and drop down with your ult. We've seen that very common, but it's the fact that people without travel abilities can do this as well, and it can be extremely effective on certain characters. For example, Micki can do it. Watch the spawn as they come out with some great shots. Attack the point if you want to. Be sneaky, hit your ult, walk around. Oh my god, you have full coverage of the entire point, and no one looks up here, man. I swear to god. I mean, I'm ranked 65, maybe at higher ranks, but I mean, I'm like in what, top 5% there, so, and I don't see people look up here, so there you go. If you're lower than that, then this should work for you. It's a lot easier to do on the rocket jumping master that is Soldier because he has a sprint and a rocket jump if you're that bad. Obviously great coverage here and here as always, and you can hit your ult from up here. And finally, Ana is another great example of character that is great up here. Now, again, you know, we talked about the attack points many times at this point now and what you can do from up here. But more than that, defensively, I love this spot. You have the great coverage here. You have the great like spot right here, watching the doorway from really nice cover where they're not going to check. You can watch that, you can watch down here, you can watch there, and obviously as Ana you want to be healing the shit out of your teammates. You've got full coverage of here and the middle right here. You don't need to worry about it. You've got this amazing cover that you can use a free hit 360 angle wherever the enemy is. You have a way to put this between you and them for cover, and then you can spam heal your team from the safety of up on high. And if you can get up on high as Ana, you have a huge advantage, obviously. Okay, so I would feel a bit unfair or awkward if I didn't mention this. Now, last time I did say on Junkrat you can place a trap there, bounce your way up onto that, then from there you can bounce your way onto the window there. Now, there is a much more efficient route that I have found where you just fly up, bounce against the wall, and you're on the lip. It's way more easy, it's way more efficient. You do it in one jump really quickly, and you can do this in the middle of a match. You don't need any setup time. You just walk over there and you fly over, and then you have the awesome flank as Junkrat, as we mentioned last time. Did you know you could go that way too? Finally, this is not really a map trick. This is like really basic map awareness. But if you come around here, the stairs that lead up here, right? And they lead all the way up here, and then they take you around here, and you get to the point, and you got an amazing coverage on any character. You just like, I walked here just because I'm getting, you don't need to be Genji to get here, and you don't need to be Genji to get here. These are like, this is amazing, right? And the reason I bring it up is because I don't see anyone do it even at my rank. And I can't believe it. It's like not a map trick. It's just like
try me.
I walked there. So yeah, use this. Use this if you don't. The health pack up here. It's great. Why don't I ever see anyone up here? But while I'm up here, I will show you this cheeky spot right here. Look at this. It's like that one spot on King's Row where you Reaper dropping down onto the enemy. I mean, you can't necessarily do this on every character, can you? But if you've got some movement ability, it's quite a nice and interesting spot. Even more so if you're on attack, you're Widowmaker, and you want to be balls to the wall cheeky right here. Great coverage of the point, right? Okay, here we are as Soldier 76 on Hanamura. Last time we showed the feature of rocket jumping. It's very simple. What you do is you fire a rocket and you jump to blast yourself in the air, giving you a little bit of an extra bounce, a little bit of an extra distance in your mobility on Soldier 76. Now, something I did not bring up that is extremely effective on this character is the fact that his sprint is so dumb and physically broken, yet it works the way it does, so I mean, we may as well manipulate it, right? Basically, what I'm getting at is if you activate your sprint in the middle of a jump, maybe you've got some distance here, you like jump in and then you sprint, you actually do begin sprinting and moving faster while in the mid-air, despite not having anything to run along. So, why this is so useful is because you can do a rocket jump and then begin sprinting once you're in the air for even more distance during your rocket jump. Like so. It's really weird. But hey, I'ma keep doing it because it's so fucking effective. And it opens up a lot more windows and variety in the way that we can get around the map. Now, an obvious example would obviously be this flank. Now, everyone knows this flank. Everyone uses it on all of the flanking characters. But did you know if you use this sprinting technique in mid-air, you can actually make this jump? It's quite the distance. And yet, it's a really easy rocket jump. I didn't even do that properly. I wasn't near the edge really, and I still made it completely fine. It's super simple, super easy. Obviously, it gives you the awesome flank here. We all know about it. You can enter there. You got the health pack in there. You've got a nice bit of range and coverage here, which is the main thing for Soldier, because on defense or offense, these corners are amazing. If there's any turrets up here or snipers, you can deal with them from here and here, and you can also worry about that spot as well. But yeah, you know, you can get around the map and the area really easily by just doing some rocket jumps. It's very obvious at this point where you can and can't rocket jump in my eyes, but I'm going to show you a couple right here. Make sure you clean out these fences. As always, they're going to stop you. But if you, let's say, I don't know, you're fighting on this point, you're trying to take it, you're on attack, you get knocked down, you get back up again, mate. That's what I'm saying. So let me just quickly show you another way to get to B on attack. Let's say you've taken A and you're on your way B. So there's the flank there that we just showed. That's very common. We have the window there. That's very common. But have you ever used this? I swear, no one ever goes around here, man. Like, I don't know why. You will need to take out the fence for this rocket jump. Just try and be quick and quiet about it. You will need to get on this. You will need to get on this rock that I am incapable of staying on at this moment in time. And you just do the rocket jump sprint method. You will need to sprint. It's a tiny bit of distance you require to make that jump. But because you can sprint in midair, it makes it possible. And here we are, pretty much on the same spot as we showed before. And you can get up here behind the turreters and the snipers. Get behind the whole enemy team very quickly, very sneakily. And if you've got an ultimate, maybe you make it count. Last time we showed the rocket jump method to get up on top of there. You just rocket jump off that bench. Once you're up on that wall, you climb up, you bounce up. Maybe I'll show some clip of it. So the reason that I bring this up is because I showed getting to this rooftop to get onto this amazing walkway where you have awesome coverage of this point and a really good bit of cover to hide and pop out from this window. So I should probably mention that you can just get up here naturally if you use the awesome sprint method. Like that. You kind of like glitch a little bit. You like pop up. But whatever, it works. So I'm going to keep doing it. And then you can just, I don't know, whack out a great ult and just cover the whole side. If they're hiding on that side, then your team can maybe barrel into them. If you time it right with other, you know, initiation ults, then it could be great. Using the same method, we can sprint all the way over here. If we particularly want to, you know, get around here as well. Just if you feel that you want to get behind the enemy team on this, to, you know, get the flank. Maybe they're covering from here. Maybe they've got a turret here. You can get right behind them doing that. So there's this flank right here where you use rocket jump to get onto this ledge. We showed that last time. You can get some good coverage, whatever. But if you're sneaky about it, let's say you rocket jump up and you just hang out for a sec, right? You let your rocket come off cooldown. Then you rocket jump sprint over here. Hopefully no one notices you. This is very situational, guys. Maybe you just cleaned their enemy team or something. You give yourself an opportunity to do this. Then you can get behind them. And as you maybe have a Reinhardt pushing through here, maybe you've got the supports behind them, you rocket the support, you kill the support, you run around, they're all confused, they look that way. You know, you can cover from here, you can cover from in here. But don't forget, if you are an attacker and you want to be cheeky, you can do the exact same thing back to the defenders where you do the sprint technique. And just like Genji, you're in and out really quick. There's a health pack if you desperately need it. Maybe you got tagged when you were going through by a turret, which brings us to this area once again where you can get up there or you can go around the back. Okay, so this final one's very cheeky and very situational and will require 2 rocket jumps to get to this ledge right here. So to get the height and distance required to make it there, we're actually gonna have to go this way, not from there, because you don't have the height when you rocket jump. It just doesn't get high enough. So what you want to do is you want to rocket jump to this corner right here by using the sprint method. Like so. You will reach barely, and it's very easy to mess up, so maybe do some practice if you care to. And then from here, it's pretty easy. You just do the sprinting technique, and you're onto the ledge here, and here we are. So why is this good? Well, on defense, you can hide in this corner, and these guys can't see you. They can't see you from below. The whole point can't see you, but you can cover here with nice rockets and range if you need to. This is a very good surprise kill on the people coming from here and through the windows. And of course, when they come on the point, you've got an amazing area right here to land the sickest ult known to man. Most Reinhardts might be confused for a moment. They won't put their shield in your direction until they work out where you are, which is probably long enough for you to get a couple kills. Okay, so I did show this awesome flank last time where I was Ukiyo. I also mentioned you could do it as Genji and Pharah and even D.Va, but I did not show that you could do it as Tracer, and Tracer is way more of an effective flanker than, I don't know, Ukiyo, for example. And if you have an ulti, you can make it count because they're coming out at this door you're going to land at for their spawn room. So you need to teleport twice past this cylinder, then turn and teleport the last time onto the platform. Like so. It's kind of scary to do. You will absolutely need to practice that. You have to be very efficient at the turning and at which point, you know, you teleport. And also the sort of distance that you begin teleporting on your jump. You need to reach like the highest point in your jump before you blink. It will take some practice, but if you play Tracer, you need to know this flank and you need to know how to do it, and you need to be capable of doing it every time because this is where they fucking spawn and you are a flank hero. There's a couple of things that I'd like to mention on Volskaya Industries as well. As you can see, if you have a sprint, then you can make it to this jump, which gives you a great flank on the point B. And you can do this on any character, assuming you have a Ukiyo who's willing to give you a speed boost. Literally every single hero in this game can do it if Ukiyo gives you a speed boost, and it's a very efficient, quick, sudden flank. And if you do it right with the right characters, for example, even like, I don't know, Reinhardt gets up here. Well, how's Reinhardt gonna get up here? Really simple. He just takes the lift right here. He comes up, Ukiyo speeds him up, he jumps across here, and then he comes in with an ult from above. Or whoever should. Last time you can make this jump extremely easy by using the sprint mechanic. You can actually make it without using the sprint mechanic. You can also do this fun thing by using the slide right there if you want to. It's sort of got a lip on it that sort of stops you from falling down, which is really nice. You can even do it from here if we want to, off these boxes. I feel like I'm playing Jet Set Radio right now. You can make this jump on a truck ton of characters, whether you're doing it offensively or defensively. Any form of movement ability or way that you can get across here. Maybe you're Lucio on your wall ride there, for example. Winston's jump, Tracer's blink, so on and so forth. You can make this on a lot of characters. Hell, you can even do it as Hanzo, but come on, who's playing Hanzo these days? Honestly. Next, we find ourselves on New Barney at point A. Let's say you're attacking and you've just taken this control point. The payload is waking up and it's about to begin transferring and delivering its power glove. Okay. So you want to stick flank because they just died and they're coming back, they're respawning, they're trying to run back, their team's separated. Good time for a flanker hero like Genji to attack. And you can do this on a lot of different characters. So we have this platform here. If you sit on it, let me show you, it will slide you off. So be aware of that. You don't want to get caught out by that. But anyway, what you want to do is you just want to jump on over here. You can reset your jump by doing that, dash over, and you make your way to this rhino statue. Why this is a good flank is because if you just taken the point, there's a good chance that they just respawn and they're coming out the door over here and they're on the way over here. Now they do know now that you've taken the point. They're going to start running backwards. They're looking this way. You're coming from this angle right here, sort of walking in, behind them. Maybe you've got a good ult, or you're just good with Genji and his combo. That's the right-click melee dash combo. We all know it, right? But maybe you want to do it on a different character. Maybe you're not a Genji player. Maybe you find yourself as a Pharah player. Maybe you're on defense. Of course, you can do this either way. So you can just fly around here, no problem. You just shift back up, and you're there. Now you have a great flank on the people who've just taken the payload, and you can just ream them with some good damage, maybe an ulti. Maybe you want to do this because you've died and you haven't lost the point yet, and you want to get behind the enemy. It's a way you can do it. Just quickly demonstrating how easy it is to do the opposite way. You know, you can push yourself. You don't even need to use your shift. Okay, so maybe you're crazy and you want to do it as Tracer. Here's my advice. Use this thing on the other side of the wall. Don't try and get over the banister. You won't make it. Also, blink at the highest point of your jump. Like so. Now that wasn't ideal. It wasn't the most efficient one. You can make it to that, and I landed just barely on there. But you want to be aiming for these pads, not the banister here, because you won't make it. But you can make it otherwise if you do what I just did. And then you have the awesome flank. They're respawning. They got the back to you as previously explained. And yes, you can do it as Lucio. If I don't mention it, then someone will, and I'll look like a bloody idiot, won't I? But there you go. Really easy to do as Lucio. There's one final thing I'd like to talk about on today's video, and that's something I mentioned in the first one. It's about Pharah's rocket jump. Now, you can use your shift and jump into the air and boost, and it's great. But you want to save that for when you're in combat because it's an amazing ability. You can even do rocket jumping with the knockback if you want, in some forms, in certain places. Mainly I like to do it in the middle of air to move around or whatever, or knock people off the side of the map. That's kind of why I want to use that ability, not for basic movement, when I can just do a basic rocket jump. It does 40 damage, and a lot of people said in the comments, actually not a lot, about 5 of you, but I should have I'm just mentioning it anyway. You said 40 health is just not worth the rocket jump. Well, I mean, instead of using a shift to get up here, what I can do, right, is I can rocket jump. Now I'm on 160 health, if I hadn't already hurt myself, and I'm in a good spot. If I'm desperate for health, there's health packs around the map that are going to instantly heal me back up to full. And if I know the map and I know where the health packs are, then I'm completely fine. And in reality, I'm not playing 1v6. I'm playing 6v6, and I have 2 supports on my team most of the game. They're going to heal you passively because you barely took any damage from this rocket jump. It's some, and you don't want to do it at the wrong time, I totally agree, but it's well worth doing. And if you don't agree with me, that's completely fine. I'll just continue to rocket jump along with all of the actual pros, like the best Pharah in the fucking game. Just kidding, but he's top tier, Surefall. Rocket jumping is phenomenal. Use it, man. It's just like, why would I want to use my shift to get up there when I can just rocket jump anyway and not have to waste such a crucial ability like my shift, because I know there's going to be a health pack on the way. I'll just get back to full health.
Much better.
I know, right? Guys, thanks so much for all the support in the last tip video, and I hope that you enjoyed this one as well, and hopefully some of you learned something. As always, thank you for all the comments that let me know a few things that I didn't talk about and I got to talk about in this video. If you think I missed something, then go ahead and leave a comment and tell me about a flank or a little secret thing you know about, and maybe I'll make it into a video. Thanks so much for all the support. Really appreciate it, guys. More Overwatch videos coming in the nearby future, and I will see you guys next time. It's a lot easier to do on the rocket jumping. Are you kidding me? It's a lot easier to do on the rocking jumping. Oh my god, twice. Are you shitting me? What?